Welcome you all to the class of drug discovery and drug designing. Dear students, on the last turn we have discussed about what are the different methods of virtual screening. We have discussed about the introduction of these different methods. What is virtual screening? What is virtual high throughput screening? What is the difference between high throughput screening and virtual screening? Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the similarity search method. Okay. Here in this turn we are going to discuss about similarity searching. Okay. So now what is the rationale for similarity searching? The similar property principles state that structurally similar molecules tend to have similar properties. Okay, like how we predict in the QSAR, how we predict the structure and we relate the structure with the activity. Okay, and if we change this any structure or any group, if we change any position of any group, then it makes change on the equilibrium constant and as well as on the function also. So drug activity is also change. It shows the variability. Now who is here? Okay. Somebody is here? Dipansha. Okay. So okay, here you can see the few examples like morphine, codeine and heroin. So these are the similar example and these are all derivative of the morphine. Okay, codeine and heroin, these are the derivatives of the morphine. So these are the drug that is used in the anesthesia also. So basis of medicinal chemistry effort and all ligand based virtual screening method. So we can screen the related compound, means the molecules which have similar properties, means the morphine, the codeine and heroin. So that is also the one type of morphine. Yes, codeine. So these are all similar compound and share the similar properties. So this is the one example. So similarity searching can be carried out for this similarity based virtual screening. So what is this? So how we can use this? If we have been given an active reference structure rank or order a database of compound on similarity to the reference. Okay. Suppose there is an active reference structure rank, order a database of the compound. So we can search for the similar structure using the reference. Okay. So if already we have the active structure in the reference, okay, then we can rank the unknown compound if we perform the similarity search. If it shows similarity to the reference structure, that means the new unknown compound will also be active. Understood? This is like if we have known structure, active reference structure in our database, okay, then we can use the rank order for the new compound. We can do the new compound searching. We can compare the new compound with these known reference structure and we can do the ranking. Okay. So this is how the similarity search is useful. So now select the top ranking compound for biological testing. So among these we can select the few compound for biological testing. Because using the reference structure, we are categorizing, we are ranking the unknown structure or unknown compound. So if it shows the similarity to the reference structure, then it is good and we can rank them for the biological testing. Means which structure shall be synthesized. We can determine, we can predict how many compound we can synthesize, which compound we should test, which compound will have the potential. So these things we can analyze, the activity, In the quantitative structure activity analysis, we also do that, the QSAR, that is one method. Okay, that is one method. So it requires a way of measuring the similarity of a pair of compounds. Means the two compounds are closely related, like morphine, codeine, heroin. So these are closely related compounds. Okay. But similarity is inherently subjective, so need to provide a quantitative basis. Okay. Suppose if the molecule is closely similar, then what is the need to synthesize the new molecule? Okay. Can we use the old reference structure? So it should have some difference also, or it should have some impact on the activity also. So activity is important if there is any structure similarity, but there should be the difference whether the new drug or new compound should have maximum activity, enhanced activity. So there may be the variation in the activity. Even we have the closely related compound, so that may show the differences in the activity. So activity is important. Activity, potency, it will show the potential. So on the basis of that, we can rank them, similarity measure for ranking structure. So there is no single measure of the similarity. So for the similarity, we will take the structure into the consideration. That is important. So atomic position is important. Now in this figure, you can see which two are most similar structure. Can you tell me? Just tell me the two similar structures. Which one it is? Yes, anybody from class? Just tell me.
Basketball.
Orange and basketball. These are similar structure.
Yes.
Why it looks like similar? The orange is small one, basketball is big one. Why it is similar? Why you think it is similar?
हम दोनों सर्कल शेप में लग रहे हैं इसलिए सिमिलर है.
Okay, these are showing the spherical structure, means circle shaped. So that's so okay. So we will categorize into this one. Okay, similar structure. Okay. If we compare size, so banana has the bigger size than the orange, but orange shape is clear, is similar to the basketball. Okay. But here in the similarity, sir, the fragment matching is also important. If the banana, any part of banana is more similar to basketball, but it is not. Now it is not here. Now it is not here. But in the compound it may happen. Any compound may be more similar to the different compound, although it looks different in the shape. But the molecules that are different in shapes, that show the differences in the shape, they can share the similar fragment or similar group, like alcoholic group or different aldehyde. So they can show the similar structures, like similarity in the activity also. So three component of a similarity measure, what we can see, what we should do. So there are three components of similarity measure. What are these? The first one is molecular descriptor. They should be the criteria. In the above figure, we were not able to determine, but by looking at the shape, we can determine. Okay. So what is the criteria? Molecular descriptors, numerical values assigned to structures, like physico-chemical properties, 2D properties. So these are, and 3D properties. So these three properties are important here. Somebody is here? Okay, here. So within the numerical values assigned to the structure, physico-chemical properties like molecular weight, log p value, okay, molecular refractivity, okay, And 2D properties like fingerprint, topological indices, maximum common substructure. 3D properties, fingerprints, molecular fields. So these are the different properties, like in the physical properties, physico-chemical properties. How we can compare the two structure? We can compare the molecular weight, log P, molecular reactivity, PSA. We can compare all these parameters. These all parameters value have been determined by the instruments. Okay, so these values can be empirically driven, and on the basis of these values we can do the similarity search. So this play an important role in the similarity search. Okay. Now, two-dimensional properties, fingerprint, topological indices. It is related to the structure, like position of the group. Fingerprint, topological indices means what is the structure. Structure topology is important. Okay, means how the structure looks like it is look like ball, circular shape. What is the structure? That is a topology. Like you can differentiate between orange and banana. It shows difference in the topology, but topology of, so here you can see topology of orange and basketball is similar. What is the topology? That is the slope area, okay, shape. That is that we can determine using topological indices, because in the empirical studies banana, orange, basketball can show the similar physico-chemical properties, okay, like molecular weight, log P, or there may be some difference, okay, but what is important here, topological indices for the shape similarity. So topological indices are important. Sometimes the but activity is dependent on the physico-chemical properties, that is important, and these physico-chemical properties are dependent on the 2D properties like structure, on the structure. But sometimes we have the similar fragment in the different types of structure, so they may show the differences in the molecular weight, log P value, okay. So sometimes the physico-chemical properties may vary, but the molecules which have the different physico-chemical properties, they may show the similar type of activity. Now what is important? Topological indices is important. It gives us clue about the topology, like orange and basketball share the similar topology, and it is also important for the activity. This is also important, very important. In the protein also this is very important, topology of fold, that is important. Even the two sequences show the different structure, so same thing apply here, okay, that is important. If any part of the compound is similar to the another compound, any part can be similar to the another compound, and rest of the part can be dissimilar, or that may be absent also, okay. So in the physico-chemical properties it will show the change, but if it's showing the similar shape, and although it is very small in size, like orange is very small in the size and basketball is big in the size, okay. So we need to look for the common substructure. Substructure searching is important. So these 2D properties are important for substructure searching. Substructure means we are looking at the parts of the structure, components of the structure. Now come to the 3D properties. Fingerprint, molecular fields. These 3D properties are also important because it shows the structure, like 3D structure means that is obtained from NMR and X-ray. So these structure we can also search in the Cambridge structural database. In the PDB we have the protein structural database. In the CSD, like Cambridge structural database, you can search for any compound. You can search for the structure of any compound. So molecular fields are important. 3D properties depends on the molecular field, and these depends on the 2D properties, and 2D properties depend on the, okay, 2D properties. What are these? This structure. Structure is important. This is important on the first time. So that physico-chemical properties, 2D properties, so that everything 3D properties and physico-chemical properties are dependent on 2D properties, because structure is important. Everything depend on the structure. So physico-chemical properties are also important. In the identification of lead compound, we have discussed about this. Molecular weight is important, partition coefficient, because it shows the solubility of the compound in the acidic medium, basic medium. So that is the ratio. Solubility of drug in the water, solubility of drug in the octanol. So there are the different physico-chemical properties. It is important for the activity. So now you know what are the molecular descriptor. These descriptors we have also discussed in the lead identification. Hydrogen bond donor, acceptor, that will also come in that. So the parameters that have been given in the Lipinski rule, like hydrogen bond donor, acceptor, partition coefficient, molecular weight. So these all molecular descriptors are important for the similarity search. So these are the this is the one component of molecular similarity search. Now come to the second component, that is called similarity coefficient. Now what is this? A quantitative measure of similarity between two sets of molecular descriptors. Means whatever we have discussed just above. Similarity coefficient is important. Similarity coefficient will tell you how these two structures are similar. How the orange is similar to basketball, not to banana. So quantitative measure of similarity between two sets of molecular descriptors, okay, is important. This is similarity coefficient. So you can analyze the similarity between two sets of the molecular descriptors. So you can use the molecular descriptor to analyze the similarity, to predict the similarity between two molecules, or to predict the difference between two molecules. Similarity coefficient will tell you about the similarity. Okay. So this is second component. It uses the molecular descriptors. Means how these two sets of molecular descriptors are similar. How the two structures are similar. So that we predict on the basis of two sets of molecular descriptors. So we take the set of descriptors, molecular weight, partition coefficient, and we do the comparison. So similarity coefficient is important. So we can also use a weighting function to ensure equal or non-equal contribution from all parts of the measure. Means every part of the structure is important. We can assign the weight. Okay. So that is the third component, weighting function. Okay. So weighting function to ensure equal or non-equal contribution from all parts of measure. Somebody is waiting. Okay. So these are the three components that we can use in the similarity searching. Okay. These are the three components of similarity measure. So these are important. Means first one is molecular descriptors, second one is similarity coefficient, and third one is weighting function. These are three important components of similarity measure. Now come to the two-dimensional fingerprints. Molecule represented as binary vectors. Means how? Yes. Two-dimensional fingerprint molecules represented as binary vectors. How we can represent the chemical compound as binary vector? So you can see here, like we have, okay, these structures, so we can represent it like this. So here you can see each bit in the bit string. Okay, bit means we save all this structure in the computer memory. How we are going to save? So these structure will be represented as binary vectors. So how we will do that? That is important for the similarity search, because that we are going to do in computer. So for that we need the two-dimensional fingerprint. So how we will create that? So molecules represented as binary vector that will create the two-dimensional fingerprint. कैसे होगा ये? Each bit in the bit string represent one molecular descriptor. Typical length is approximately 1000 bits. The bit string for a molecule records the presence or absence of each fragment in the molecule. The bit string for a molecule records the presence or absence of each fragment in the molecules. So first of all, each bit in the bit string represent one molecular fragment. Okay, means each bit represent one molecular fragment. Suppose there is a bit string like 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So each bit, like one representative, there are, so the bit string for a molecule record the presence or absence of, okay, each fragment in the molecule. It shows, so 0 means here the 0 meaning means absence, it doesn't show the presence, okay. So only one show the presence of the fragment. The bit string for molecule record the presence or absence of each fragment in molecule. What it shows? If it is 1, it shows presence of fragment. If it is 0, it shows absence of the fragment. Okay. Now it is clear. Molecular fragment means one presence. Okay, one will denote the presence. Originally developed for speeding up substructure searching. So why it is developed? It is using this bit formula, the searching becomes easy. Originally developed for speeding up substructure search. So it speed up the research of substructure searching. For a query substructure to be present in the database molecule, each bit set to 1 in the query must also be set to 1 in the database structure. So we have, suppose we have reference structure in the database and we have unknown structure, substructure to search, like we use the OH group in the searching. So it will show the structure which contain the OH group in the structure. So it will show 1 in the database. Okay. Similarity is based on determining the number of bits that are common to two structure. If there are the common number of bits, if there is the number of bits, it shows there are the two common structure. Like one shows the one fragment is same. Okay. Like here in the fragment you can see these are the example fragments. Okay. Suppose there is one structure, you can see above. Now you can see the different form of the same structure, like augmented form. This is written here. This is augmented form. In the B you can see atom sequence. If the structure can be represented as the atom sequence. So these are the representation of the same structure. Augmented for atom you can show. These are the augmented atom. Okay, central atom. These are the atom sequence. Now C shows bond sequence. So these are the bond sequence. So these are also different fragments. Ring composition, you can see here, this is the ring composition. Ring fusion, if the two rings are fused together. And atom pair. Okay, if two atoms are represented with each other. So here these are the different fragment of the structure. These are the example fragment. Means how we categorize Same structure you can see in the upper panel. In this figure you can see about this is structure, and these are the different fragments of the same structure. These are the example fragment like augmented atom, atom sequence, bond sequence, ring composition, ring fusion, atom pair. So these are the fragments. So that are all saved in the dictionary based fingerprint, predefined fragments, each of which maps to a single bit. Dictionary based fingerprints means these are predefined fragments, each of which maps to a single bit. So these are predefined fragments and these are mapped to single bit. Example include MACCS keys. So that is a format. We will study further BCI FPS. Okay. So these all are examples of example fragments. Okay. Augmented form, atom sequence, bond sequence, ring composition, ring fusion, atom pair. Okay. Now you understood? Next one is hashed fragment. So here you can see hashed fragment. Okay. So for hashed fragment also we save the value in the table. Fragments are generated algorithmically without the need for a dictionary. All paths up to 7 non-hydrogen atoms. Okay. So algorithm is used to save the fragments. Okay, fragments are generated algorithmically. We have the one structure, then fragments are generated by the algorithm. All paths up to 7 non-hydrogen atoms. Second one, each fragment is processed using several different hashing functions. So each fragment is processed. So we use the different hashing function for each fragment, each of which sets a single bit in the fingerprint. So fingerprint will be changed. So which set a single bit in the fragment. So each fragment will have the fingerprint. Okay. So each fragment is processed using different hashing functions. Okay, and these different functions, each different function is related to which sets a single bit in the fragment. These are related to single bit. Each different function is related to single bit. So there is one to many mapping between a fragment, because for one fragment we are using different hashing function. For one fragment we are using different functions, so it shows one to many relationship. For one fragment we are using many hashing function, so it shows one to many relationship. And bits in the bit string, so we are aligning fragment with the bits. Okay, bit string, and a given bit may be set by different fragments. Okay, so there is one to many relationship. Okay, so fragment and fragment bit in the bit string and given bit may be set by the different fragment also. So different may have may be related to the given bit. Okay, so that relationship. So example daylight, unity fragments. So these are the examples also. Here you can see how you can see the hashed fingerprint. So these are, so you can, in the figure you can see, okay, how it is related to this. So what is hashing? We'll discuss it in the another lecture. Hashing is actually we are saving the address value. Suppose on the board we have the address. like on the switchboard, we have the switches of different fans. So fan is on the another place, but we have the address, the location. We can switch. If we switch on the fan, that will be switched on. The fan will move. Although fan is located on the ceiling, there is a ceiling fan, but we can run the ceiling fan using the switchboard. So that switchboard is like a hash board, hash table. Okay, means we have saved the control of that fan on the switchboard. Okay, so whenever we switch on, when switch off, there are the two value like 0 or 1. It is like 0 or 1, means yes or no. Okay, switch on or off. So it is like that. Hashing is like that. Each fragment is processed using several different hashing functions, so each of which set a single bit in the fragment. So there is one-to-many mapping between. One-to-many means one. On the one hand we have one thing, like one fragment, and on the other hand we have different bits or functions. Okay. Other descriptors, we also have other descriptor for the circular substructures. Okay, circular substructure like orange one, basketball may have the same, or the banana also have the circular substructures. So here you can see there is a similarity between the banana and basketball also. Yes, like means the banana also has the circular. If you put the banana on the basketball, so easily it can stick together. So there is some similarity, circular shape in the. Okay, this is a hash fragment. Now here you can see other descriptor like circular substructures. Each atom is represented by a string of integers obtained by an adaptation of Morgan algorithm. So the different algorithm is used for this, for the circular substructures. Pipeline Pilot. Accelerate is the name of the company which developed the software for the drug discovery, and so they are the descriptor like Pipeline Pilot descriptors. So the company use the different types of descriptors. The Accelerate is the name of the company. Okay, they use the different types of descriptors. ECFP fragments encode atomic type, charge and mass. So why they use ECFP fragments encode atomic? So it is related to atomic type, charge and mass. FCFP fragment encodes 6 generalized atom type, and 246 denote the diameter in the bonds of the circular substructure. So in the figure you can see. So RD kit variant. So these are the name of the algorithm, Morgan, Fitts-Morgans. Okay. So these are all used. So these descriptors are used by the Accelerate company. So these are the other descriptors, and the software that is used by that is developed by the Accelerate company. They use these descriptors. Okay. So each company, pharmaceutical company, they can use their or any. Okay, they are. The companies are working in this area in the drug discovery or computer-aided drug design. So they are doing their work and they are using the different types of descriptors also. Okay. Now this lecture is over. If you have any question, you can ask. So in the next one we will study similarity coefficient. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? Yes, anyone? Okay, anyone from the class? Do you have any? Just tell me.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so now this lecture is over.